Welcome to this explainer. Step into this space for just a second. Picture a dark walnut table, the soft flickering light of a candle, and, well, a really high-quality, comfortable chair. Because, let's face it, if you're a Taurus, you definitely aren't doing this on cheap furniture. You are standing right on the precipice of a profound transformational journey. Today, we're going to unpack the specific archetypes and cosmic shifts that are lighting up your path. We're not just listing symbols here, we are literally walking through the story of your evolution. Now, the core theme of this journey is massive. Taurus is entering a brand new chapter, one that is characterized by deep healing, sharp clarity, and fresh opportunities. All that heavy lifting you've been doing, it's finally paying off. But here's the catch. To fully cross the threshold into this new life, an incredibly important decision has to be made. The way you choose to navigate the upcoming crossroads is going to entirely shape the world you're about to build.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, Hope Returns After Hardship.
Just look at the contrast between these two archetypes. Seeing the star and the sun appearing together is absolutely breathtaking. The star represents the promise. It's that distant, healing hope you feel when you take a breath and realize, wow, I'm actually going to be okay. It's quiet renewal. But then we move to the sun. The sun is the total fulfillment of that promise. It's the full blaze of day, blazing certainty and complete undeniable joy. Together, they map out your exact path from fragile hope to radiant happiness. This insight captures it perfectly. The star is the moment you first believe recovery is possible, but the sun is the moment you realize you're thriving. This is absolutely crucial for you to internalize right now. This combination acknowledges that your current joy didn't just magically fall out of the sky. No way. You earned it. You navigated the dark, you held on to the fragile faith of the star, and because of your resilience, you're stepping into the warmth of the sun. You're not just surviving anymore, you are officially thriving. Moving right along to part 2, the turning point of choice. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the Two of Wands. Notice the figure. You're standing in a safe, comfortable castle. You've built security for yourself, which is exactly what a Taurus naturally craves. But you're holding a globe in your hands. You're seeing new opportunities and realizing that your current territory has simply become too small for the person you're becoming. The castle is safe, sure, but it's kind of starting to feel like a cage. You're being asked to expand your vision to the globe, to step out of your comfort zone and pursue what could be, rather than just settling for what is. And the best part? You won't have to make this choice blindly. Boom. You are being handed a sudden, undeniable breakthrough. The Ace of Swords represents unbridled determination and sharp mental clarity. It is literally cutting right through all that emotional baggage and confusion you've been wrestling with. The visionary planning we saw in the Two of Wands is now fueled by the undeniable truth of the Ace of Swords. You're getting the exact clarity you need to map out your best path forward. I want to pause here for a quick second. Ask yourself, have you been feeling this exact tension, that restless feeling of being perfectly safe, yet knowing deep down you're meant for a bigger stage? Has this message resonated with your recent experiences? Take a moment to reflect on the crossroads you're facing right now and how that sudden spark of clarity is already trying to break through your doubts. Right, so that brings us to part 3, navigating necessary life changes. Let's actually map this out on a timeline to see how this translates into real-world events. Starting around May 2026, Pluto's retrograde initiates some deep, subterranean shifts. This is a massive period of leaving past hardships entirely behind and confronting any lingering fears about your long-term security. Then, by August 2026, a powerful solar eclipse in your first house brings fated events. We're talking about a dramatic rebalancing of your identity, your self-confidence, and your overall life direction. Finally, this entire psychological review wraps up by October 2026, leaving you completely reborn. During this intense window, that spark of ideas from the Ace of Swords is going to demand a lot from you. It requires facing the truth head-on. You're going to need to confront buried fears, speak your truth even when you feel totally vulnerable, establish crystal clear boundaries, and ultimately make some highly transformative decisions. Actually, scratch that. It's not just making decisions, it's letting go of old patterns that simply don't serve the confident person you are right now. Which naturally leads us to part 4, seeking wisdom and fairness. You know, navigating massive life changes requires a really deep well of inner wisdom. And this is exactly where the archetype of justice comes into play. It demands a high level of emotional intelligence. As you move through these shifts, justice is asking you to take full accountability, seek the truth, and find balance. You're being asked to weigh your decisions carefully, ensuring that your path is built on unshakable integrity, tempering your sharp logic with your deep intuition. So, the crucial point here is understanding how to handle the conflicts that will inevitably pop up. The Two of Swords lays out this inner battle perfectly. Do you assert yourself, acting with valor and fighting for a just cause? Or do you yield, recognizing that sometimes surrendering is actually the most strategic way to overcome a mental stalemate? You're going to need to use impartial thought to decide when to be the warrior and when to use the wisdom of yielding to keep moving forward. And finally, part 5, embracing your new beginning. After all that heavy lifting, you arrive at the grand finale. You are invited to embody the energy of the Fool. Look at this beautiful image. The Fool travels light, looking upward, embracing new adventures with this optimistic, childlike energy. After all this strategic planning, this archetype is a reminder that stepping into the unknown requires a real leap of faith. It takes courage to travel light and leave the heavy baggage of the past behind. And this brilliantly illustrates that you aren't just jumping without a parachute. The Emperor steps in to provide the exact authority and structure a Taurus needs to build a solid foundation. You're blending the fearless optimism of a new adventure with the disciplined, structured energy needed to make sure this new chapter is built to last. It is a crazy powerful combination of wild potential and grounded reality. And the whole shebang culminates in the World. This card symbolizes the successful end of the journey. We're talking profound endings and beautiful new beginnings. You are closing the book on the old versions of yourself, and you're ready to emerge, dancing freely into new insight. You've graduated, Taurus. So, take a look at the archetypes we've explored: the blazing sun, the visionary Two of Wands, the clear Ace of Swords, the fearless Fool, or the victorious World. Which card speaks to you the most today? Which energy do you really need to borrow for the days ahead? We would absolutely love to hear your reflections. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your unique perspective, your struggles, or your breakthroughs might be exactly what someone else in our community needs to hear today to find their own courage. Just a quick grounding reminder as we wrap up this explainer. Tarot is a symbolic tool for deep reflection and personal insight, not a guarantee of future events. It maps the energies, but the power, that always rests in your hands. You are the architect of your destiny. So, with the world in the palm of your hands and the sun blazing on your horizon, what will you choose to build next?